Welcome back, everybody, to our coverage of the 2021 PDGA Amateur Disc Golf World Championships in Orlando, Florida, powered by Dynamic Discs and Latitude 64. You were watching MA1 Lead Card Round 4 Back 9 action, brought to you by us here at B-Dub Pro, with commentary today provided by myself, Cameron Makiling, and that goofy mug you see on the screen here, my friend Grant Zellner of the PDGA. And taking a look here at the scorecard from the front nine, you can see Evan and Robert both 5 under. Evan still a stroke ahead. Aidan Scott 3 under through 9 holes, and Ezra Hapner 1 down through 9. And here we are at hole 10, 294 foot, par 3. We're going to be throwing over the corner of this lake here, and have to come back to the left. You can see the basket popping up over all those cattails on the side of the hill there.
Water in play.
Yeah.
It's not super in play at this distance, but those 2 trees there, those guardian trees on the right, you can hit those trees and fall back beyond the OB line. So it's certainly something to have to think about for a change.
You know what I was thinking about? Gators. That's all I could think about while I was standing down there filming.
That's definitely true. Evan just goes right over the top of those guardian trees with a slow disc so that it'll pan out and settle very near the basket. Evan gained his 1-stroke lead on hole number 9, so entering the back 9 with a newly held 1-stroke lead. Ezra flirting with those trees, but gets through.
Parks it under the basket. I thought we were in Florida, not Utah.
Robert, again, I want to throw hard. I'm comfortable throwing hard, so I'm going to throw a faster disc higher in the air, spike it down at a sharper angle, and yet my disc will end up traveling the same distance as everybody else's.
Oh,
Evan,
off the top of the
difficult
band.
putt. You're up above the basket.
Better off the band and back than down towards the lake, though.
Definitely true.
Great birdie for Aidan.
It really is difficult when you go so many holes without any elevation on the green to speak of, and then you have that one hole where you've got side hill lies and, you know, your feet are up, your feet are down, your line of sight changes. It's a real challenge.
Everybody on the card able to gain a stroke on the leader here on hole 10. Robert able to tie himself back up.
Knotted back up.
Hole 11, 408 foot, par 4, going back into the woods yet again. Like seems to be the theme. They'll tease you with a little bit of open space and then throw you right back into the mix.
Look at this, though. A great big landing area at almost exactly 50% of the distance down the fairway. So what do you think the strategy here is?
Placement.
Cut it in half. Cut the hole in half.
Just get to that landing zone and you buy yourself a look at a birdie.
I mean, this tiny, tiny gap off the tee really forces one and one angle only out of the hand.
You see just how easy it is to get caught up and pushed out to the rough.
Aidan finds the landing zone. Evan also finds the landing zone. And honestly, if you don't find the landing zone, you're going to have to on your second shot. There's just no other option. You're going to have to land a disc in that basic part of the fairway at some point or another during the playing of this hole. You just hope to do it on that first throw rather than the second.
Right. Catching a tree pretty quickly out of his hand. This is Robert for 3. Late tree there. Arguably inside the circle, but kind of sealed off from the basket.
Yeah, definitely an obstructed putt. Evan, awkward stance. has to ante his shot around some stuff and ends up circle's edge.
That was a smooth up shot. Two in a row.
Robert's a safe par.
Not a terrible look at the basket. Oh, front of the band.
And Evan to pick up a stroke.
Same spot, maybe a foot or two forward.
No.
Same result.
Actually, that was to pick up 2 strokes. That was for birdie.
Mm-hmm.
So Evan still with an opportunity to pick up a stroke, just with a par here.
Yep, as Robert takes a bogey there. You can see just how punishing it is to end up off of the fairway when you're here in the jungle. The rainforest, if you will.
Yeah, and I was pretty impressed with all of the guys on this card, their maturity. I mean, the oldest man on the card is 20 years old. And their maturity to recognize that, you know, sometimes off that tee shot, you're instantly playing for par. And they just shifted into that plan and did so.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very mature card of young men, especially seeing as the youngest one is only 16. Anyways, we are here on hole 12, a 396-foot par 4. Another par 4 that is sub 400 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see on the flyover, does not make it easy in any way.
Yep, it's a good birdie. Maybe even a great birdie. Uh-oh, Aidan on the wrong side of that tree. And he is in Nowheresville over there to the left.
Nice fairway placement there from Ezra. Just working his way up the fairway. Evan stays clean and in the fairway with a nice long forehand there.
Mm-hmm.
Robert looking to do the same.
Yep, throwing hard.
And
Throwing
low.
low.
Big skip.
Nearly makes the corner.
Mm-hmm. Not to be outdone.
Oh my God, really?
Aidan actually had more than I thought he would have from that lie. He at least had a look down the length of the fairway toward the basket.
That was a great second throw.
Almost too good.
Ezra. Have a birdie look. Maybe too long.
Almost too good. You ever have that happen? You throw hard figuring, I'm going to hit something sooner or later, and then you hit nothing? Next thing you know,
I can't say that I do
next
have
thing you
very
know, you're
many of
55
those.
long.
Wow, I wish I could throw 55 feet past anything. I'm just kidding. Yes, I've had a few of those. A small number of times. But
Here's Aidan coming back from that length. Oh, boy.
Skips it off the cage. Just a little soft out of his hand. Clean birdie from Evan to stay in the lead. Robert chasing him down.
Evan and Robert separating a little bit from their card mates here at this phase of the round. We'll see if they can make this a two-man race or not.
Hole 13, 519-foot par 4. This one is longer than 500 feet, longer than 400 feet even. Some open space here at the beginning, but as you can see, it very quickly shrinks back down for you.
Yeah, you kind of have your choice of two very narrow fairways, and that's going to be your second shot, typically. So, even though you can air this one out, you still need to think about where the disc is going to end up.
Mm-hmm. Smooth and controlled. We will catch up with Evan in just a second and see where that landed. Evan is very quick to fire sometimes.
He really is.
There's been a number of times where we weren't even necessarily aware that the card in front of us had fully cleared out, or his card mates weren't even quite ready, but we got most of them. We're getting better at it. the longer we work with him.
You know, Evan doesn't play haphazardly, though.
No,
he
not at all.
considers his shot, and he's very, very good at hitting gaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell that he's very silent while we're on the course. So you can tell he's kind of always thinking about it, always mulling over what his next step's going to be, which is why when he gets to his lie, he's usually already decided what he's going to be doing.
Smooth approach there by Ezra, followed up by an equally smooth approach by Evan.
A little long. Going to give him some awkward footing, but that is inside the circle.
Robert a really great up, considering he had some immediate issues right in front of his lie that he had to go over.
Touches all of the front chains of that basket. Still found a way to the ground. But Evan finds one. Birdie there.
Good
For your
30-footer.
leader. Oh. Off the front of the cage. Great birdie for Aidan. Hole 14, a 228-foot par 3. And there's
See that tree?
that one right there.
You got to miss that tree.
And this one right here also.
Yeah, but if you miss the first one, you're probably going to miss that second one.
True.
Just
It
because
does
of
set you up.
the angle off the tee. So you have one job to do off the tee box, and that is miss that first tree. You're going to be throwing a disc that you know is going to bend to the left. So miss the tree with a left fading disc, and you're virtually guaranteed to be somewhere up there as Evan just executed.
Just underneath the basket. Great drive from Evan.
Throw something that's going to bend left.
Aidan
Miss
does
the
it
tree.
as well. That is 2 down inside the circle. Oh, late tree, but still a very
But down
makeable
there,
putt.
yeah, he's down there. That's what you're going for.
Tough lie. Solid bid.
Robert walks it in.
Great birdie.
46 feet. And
Check
he
this
just
out here.
walks it in.
So smooth. Oh, off the front of the cage. And that is...
Evan does
Gonna force him
exactly
into
what
a par.
Robert did. Yeah, he does exactly what Robert did on 13.
Mm-hmm.
And we clean everything up.
And we are going to head to a commercial break.
Disc golf was a sport that nobody knew about when I first started playing. I had to explain it to my parents, my family.
When I first started, I grew up in Ohio playing disc golf and just playing locally.
It was, not as big of a deal. There was never a gallery. There was never video coverage. I've been touring for the last decade and seeing this early point in development now to this crazy growth.
Parents can want their kids to play disc golf because there's a future there, there's money, there's professionalism.
I just imagine it just getting bigger and better, and I'm excited to be part of it.
And we're back from commercial break at hole 15. This is a big one, folks. 807-foot par 5.
Boy, it's brutal.
Yeah, this is the hardest hole on the course, in my opinion.
No doubt about it. And matter of fact, talking to the players, par on this par 5 feels like birdie.
Right.
No doubt about it. They're not just saying that to make themselves feel better. Getting a 5 on this hole feels like you've picked up at least a stroke on the field, and in fact, you have.
Yeah, and as you saw in that flyover, it changes directions multiple times.
Oh,
And,
Robert, the moment he threw that shot, he turned around to his card mates and said, 7.
yeah. Yeah, that's tough. Great drive.
Yeah, that's about all you can do off the tee.
Get as far up and stay as clean as possible.
Really sharp, right bending tee shot that immediately hooks right back to the left.
A little bit in the woods, and he may be forced to pitch out from right there.
He got a lot of distance, though. That's for sure. Aidan, not as much distance in his recovery shot.
Ezra's dad on the bag for him there. Came all the way out from Santa Cruz, opposite side of the country, over by us. Well, by me and Curtis, not you, Grant.
Evan off of his tee shot. Again, a sharp bending fairway. Shapes his shot right around it. Lands right in the middle. You can't ask for more.
Choosing to go forward through the woods instead of pitching out, both of these players able to make some forward progress from unfavorable lies. And that is much better than the previous throws.
Evan, another kink in the fairway to navigate. Keeps his disc right in the middle. Does what you're supposed to do.
Like a little bit of grip lock there from Robert. Probably wanted a little more angle on that. Piercing straight into those bushes gives him a tough look towards the basket from that side.
Those three odd branches off of the same tree go straight laterally across the width of the fairway right there. Very unique.
Yeah, that was fun to navigate with our fancy 40-pound camera.
Evan, with his fourth shot, skips right up and over.
Gonna park himself for a par. Ezra managing to get out and up into the green as well.
Aidan, that was 4-7.
A fantastic
And
putt.
He's pretty excited
Earns a
about it.
slow-mo anyways.
Yeah.
So smooth with those standstill long-range putts. Just spins it home.
I recall Robert off the tee, when his tee shot went awry, said, that'll be a 7. No, Robert, that's a 6.
Only a 6 there. Playing a little better than he expected.
Mm-hmm.
And a pair of very well-earned pars
Yeah.
from Ezra and Evan, which, like you were saying, do feel
Yeah.
kind of like birdies.
Evan in particular played that hole as perfectly as you can and 5'd it. Ezra overcame some adversity for his 5. Pretty good.
Speaking of 5s, hole 16 is a 555-foot par 4. This one has a little bit more room to play with than the previous hole, but still long, still tough.
Yep.
Almost out of the woods. We're getting there. Couple holes left to play. Oh, Evan giving it a little bit too much height, getting caught by a tree. A couple 100 feet down the fairway.
Yeah, he went hard and high, but got a favorable kick to the middle of the fairway. He's no worse for wear.
Good placement.
Yeah, everybody still has options.
Ooh.
Evan actually had sort of an alternate fairway to go down there. That's
There are
not
a lot
as
of those
obvious. Yeah, but he had an option there to try to kind of go in the back door to the green area. And he took it. Everyone else going down the normal fairway to the left and trying to bend a shot back to the right into the pin.
Great throw. Ooh. Just didn't hang it out far enough to his left.
So here now down through that hallway on the backside, Evan draws metal.
Oh, drawing metal as well.
Aidan off the cage.
Robert just laying up here. Excellent birdie from Ezra. And a bogey for Aidan Scott. And a couple of pars for Evan and Robert. And we are going to move on to hole 17, our penultimate hole here at PPP, also known as the Green Gauntlet. 522-foot par 4. And it starts out with a little bit of space, and then it narrows down right around here.
Yeah, it's a hallway, really. It's almost dead straight. We've had a lot of holes on this course that have been a dog leg left or right, sometimes sharply.
Sometimes both.
Sometimes both. This really a dead straight hallway.
Getting the throw for distance here. If you can shape it, there's enough room for you to get almost 500 feet down this fairway.
Evan off of an early tree, at least stays in the fairway though.
Great drive from Robert.
Just pipes it.
Ooh, a little low, out of the hand.
Evan well back. Nicks that tree. He was inches from a shot that would have curled up by the pin.
Oh. Aidan having to pitch out after that last throw. They've been able to work it up and around the corner from the knee.
He was really in jail there.
Still got a big putt left to make to save par.
Good kick.
Great kick.
Robert stands still, throwing hard under the basket.
Wide power stance. That's my favorite part about his throw. It's just he's so like a Power Ranger.
Really
almost,
strong.
You know?
All right, here we are, 65 feet away, overhanging trees from the right.
Absolutely pures it.
Steps out to the left.
Yeah, check this one out here on this slow motion replay. Perfect amount of Anheuser. Flattens out right over the top of the basket.
Boy, his card mates really appreciated that too.
Good bogey save there from Aidan.
Off the band and in. Still counts.
A birdie for Ezra. Making up some strokes here at the end of the round.
Robert always stabs his umbrella into the ground really, really hard.
Yeah.
I asked him about that because I thought it was funny, and he admitted it's funny. He said he gets out any frustration every time he does that.
That's good. Yeah, he does that pretty much anytime he stops moving. Excellent birdie there from Robert. Moving on to the last hole of our round here at PPP, our only round here at PPP. 378-foot par 3. You can see we're traveling over the lake again on the other corner, just a little bit down the walking path from where we were last. And picturesque last hole here.
Pretty long lake carry, right around the 350-foot mark. Nothing these gentlemen can't handle.
Great drive from Ezra Hapner. Looking to finish with a turkey.
And he looked out of it early on, and now he's got a chance to get into the top 3.
Great drive. Evan playing it safer.
Yeah, didn't give that as much as he wanted to. His reaction off the tee was one of knowing he left that short. Aidan actually slipped off the tee and was fortunate to get through those trees without bouncing backwards into the water. So he's got this for his birdie.
Oh, good angle of approach there. And he manages to stick the landing.
Evan off the band. And
Oh.
it's still rolling.
All the way out of bounds.
Yep. Across the line he
Doinks
goes.
his bogey.
Robert in with a birdie, so we've got a 3-stroke swing on the last hole today.
That is tough.
It is. It's a momentum killer. It's something that is going to be on your mind all evening long.
So
But-
with that from Ezra, finishing on a turkey.
That was great from Ezra.
And a tap-in double bogey 5 from Evan Scott. Going to drop him down to second place. Robert able to steal the lead here as we look at the leaderboard from the back nine, or the scorecard, my apologies, from the back nine. 8 under for Robert Burridge. Evan Scott 5 under, tied with Ezra 5 under. Tied for the round, not for their running scores. Aidan Scott 2 under par through these 18 holes here at Palmetto Point. A tough round. This is a very tough course. Taking a look at the leaderboard, you can see Robert Burridge in first place, Evan Scott, Michael Messerschmidt, who had a fantastic round here at PPP, will be joining the lead card in the 5th round, and Aidan Scott in 4th place now, managing to hold on to a spot here on lead card.
After the round, we caught up with Evan and Robert.
I think it definitely could have been a lot better. I missed a lot of lines, had a couple of really short missed putts that shouldn't have happened, but had a couple of good shots too. It was okay. I think it takes a lot of momentum away going into the last regular day, but hopefully I'll be able to come out with some hot rounds tomorrow and catch the leader.
It wasn't the way I wanted to take the lead. For sure, I know a few times during the round I got tied with Evan. But having the lead is something that I know I'll have to defend because Evan's going to come out shooting hot tomorrow. But it's nice being able to look at my card and be able to say that I'm playing with the top guys and I have to compete with them first.
Make sure to follow us at PDGA on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and head to pdga.com if you do not already have a PDGA official membership, and make sure to sign up today. And you can find us folks from B-Dub Pro at B-Dub Pro on Facebook and Instagram, and head over to our YouTube channel and hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content. That's going to do it for round 4, everybody. We'll see you with round 5.